if an operations manager is working for you and they come to you and they want more, specifically to your experience, Jamie, right? Where you went to your business owner, family member and said, I think I'm underpaid for the role that, what was the title? May I ask?
It was a director of operations.
Director of operations, even better.
Well, it was a self-given title because ultimately the title was just watch the money.
But it was also, again, you were left to run the business so that
Correct.
the visionary business owner could go out and do what they needed, right?
Correct.
So as that second in command, you went to them and you said, I think that my personal value and this role for the company should be higher. And so you were asking, when is that, is there a finite window? And the business side of you said, please, there should be, right? But the personal side of you said, but I also want to hear that I could be worth more than just the business ceiling. So when we're setting salary ranges, we do look at what can our business afford to pay somebody for these services. Can't be about personalities, can't be about the individual. This is really the business owner looking at the way the business works and says, okay, for a director of operations who's going to manage this team, manage these day-to-day issues, manage the finances, and influence our strategic planning, this is the level. And I think you and I were talking around 70 to 85,000 for small business, right? This is a high salary for small business, not for corporations. I understand that. A director of operations in Coca-Cola might be able to get into the 100, 150,000. And it's not that that's wrong. They just have a different amount of resources in small business, right? So oftentimes there'll be something on the tail end, maybe some bonus or some opportunity for equity if the business owner is open to that. But regardless, this situation, we go and we say, okay, I'm at the top rung of what we were paying. I think I should be paid higher. A business owner, when it comes to their leadership, their specialized experts, and the labor market, has a choice now. I really try to initially teach the fundamentals that a business owner should stay in that range and say, Jamie, I desperately love you. You're my favorite human, but the business can only afford to pay this much for this role. Unless you're taking on more responsibility and we're going to shift that role, go ahead and build that out. Let's talk about it. And we'll see if I agree that the business needs that. And that way we can value you there. But it is possible that the business owner, because it's our business, can decide that investing in a person in leadership that is invested in our company in a different way, family relation, doing an excellent job, totally like, I'm not doing it, the business owner doesn't have to think about it. You're running the business, can go, I can't lose this person. Now, when I say that, business owners, I know you guys are all out there going, Talmar just said that I can throw money at people. No. I need you to really think about, is this person the right person? Are they the only one that can do this? In the case that we're talking about with you, Jamie, you have intrinsic knowledge of your family and relationships and how to work within that structure. You help build and grow a business for many, many years. So you have actual experience and you really know the histories involved. You also bring foresight. You have strategic ideology. You have opportunities to really work the finances. You're great at the details. So you're also exceptional at the job. So when we look at that, when a business owner has a second in command that is so amazing, and they really are like, Jamie, if you leave me, girl, I'm going to cry. The business is going to be sad. It's going to go down at least for a few months. We'll figure it out, but it would be sad. And we don't want to deal with that. We can incentivize them. So if we're going to increase pay, which is part of it, we need to make sure, the business owner has to go back and look at the profitability model, which as the finance person, I'm sure you already did. And so you would be able to, you say, I suggest this salary that easily works in our world and our costs for labor, and it won't hit profitability nearly as much. Look at the end numbers that I project out. What an easy way, right? Second in commands. I hope you're listening. Bring us the numbers. Show us how it's going to help or not hurt us as much, right? Because the cash outlay is different than just, throwing money or burning it. So that's one thing. So you can do it for there, but there's also for your sanity, right? If your second in command really is an integral part, I got to tell you, I want to talk ownership. Like that's the thing I would have loved for you to got out of that, Jamie. I would have really loved if for whatever reason with knowledge of the finances, your business owner father had said something to the effect of, I recognize that, but I really feel like this position, the director of operations, needs to have a ceiling here for the company structure and compensation modeling. However, what we can do is I'm happy to make an offer where you have ownership rights, where you have bonus rights, profit sharing. There's tons of ways to compensate people. And, he can counter propose what that would look like. So sometimes raising the salary isn't in the company's best interest, right? Because if we have the CEO is making 90,000, right? And the director of operations was, I'm just picking a number, making 60,000. And now we raise them up to 85,000 and everybody else is making, 25,000, 30,000, again, part-time, full-time, whatever they're doing. It's just, it doesn't look like a strong compensation model, which is important for valuation, potential selling, loans, and that kind of thing. It looks very top heavy, is a term you've heard. So yes, I think you can pay more. You can do it through salary, but the problem is when we do it for salary, we are now creating a way for somebody else to get hired, right? This is where we were going with the male-female aspect, where somebody could get hired after you, right? Say a person of color got hired after you. And we're trying to write that position to the salary that's really the market, right? It's not Jamie with history and family and all the strategic. They're going to be a great director of operations, but they're not going to be Jamie. So now I'm going to bring it back down to that original 60,000. And they're going to find out in the records later that the white girl got, 25,000 more a year, 40,000 more a year. Cause I know that's happened to me where I had a position where I was working and the male that had it before me was paid 40,000 more a year. You can imagine the conversation I had with my person then. But so it's something that just crushes their soul, right? Are they not doing a great job or not? And so that's why I get nervous about changing the salary, but it can be done if that's the easiest way. And it just makes you guys, it's easier for everybody's brain. But ownership rights, if you really believe your business can't go on without your second in command, they should be a part of the team. Give them something that makes them want it, helps them want to stay. It's their company too now. And it's a way that they can get profit out. They can be involved in decision making. Different people, as they rise up in leadership, want different things. And so that conversation would have been nice to have been able to have if he'd have been open to it. Did that answer your question?
You nailed it.